Hello there. I decided, man, I have not been out here showing you guys anything for quite a long time. So I decided to come out and kind of just walk through the high tunnel. There's not much going on here. Here's my sweet chickens. There's Bob. Hey, Bob. How's my boy? And there's Rocky. And they're all looking pretty good. Somebody's molting, but I don't know who, because I thought they were done and they all look great, but we'll see. So I'm getting rid of this. I've pulled out almost all the strawberries. Pete cut it back for me. I've pulled the ends off. I'm going to get rid of this and get in here with the tractor and level it out. So we'll go in the high tunnel and I'll turn the fan off. So as you can see, there is not much in here. I still got a bunch of flowers. I've pulled the peppers out. I left one because it's still producing, and then I just cut them, but it's growing more. So I'm just gonna kind of leave them, and maybe I won't even have to plant Carmen peppers this year, and we'll just come back. I've got some Swiss chard, of course, because my chickies like Swiss chard. And this was all peppers. I pulled it out. Our celery is looking really good. So we've been using it, and I've got to think about preserving some of it. So we'll blanch some and freeze it. And then I've got quite a few carrots. So we've been eating carrots like crazy. And I think I'm getting ready to plant another round of carrots. I didn't get very many cabbage this year. They were huge, but I think I only got like 5. And so I've harvested them, and I've been making a few things with cabbage. I've made some cabbage rolls. It's been kind of nice. So my, Rocky Doo, my strawberry planting has been very successful. So I just dug them up from out there and planted daughter plants. And what's really hilarious is I've got some that are ripening, and oh my God, it's giant. So I've got a few strawberries this time of year, which is kind of weird, but there's a bunch more up there. It's putting fruit out. So I don't know what that's about, but I'm just enjoying it. And I've finally been successful with the dino kale. I've tried to grow before and never been particularly successful with it, but this year I am, and so we're eating it. And over here, we've got broccoli. It's not quite ready to harvest yet, but we're getting there. And that one's still pretty little. We've got our artichoke, which I haven't decided what I'm going to do about this because it's really too big to be in here. But the ones outside we didn't get any artichokes. So we have gotten artichokes and we've eaten some. And then up here, I've got some cauliflower. So not a lot, but I've got 3 cauliflowers, and you can see they're getting close. Actually, I think this one I will probably go ahead and take, and it's multiple meals. And then over here I've got ridiculously big parsley. So I've already dried a bunch of parsley, and so that we'll have it. But you know, parsley is a 2-year plant, so I should end up with fresh parsley for the foreseeable future. Then of course the flowers that I cannot stop. They just keep coming back. And I just pull them out and they come back. So that's been nice. And then out here, only thing I have going, oh my goodness, he's so loud, is garlic, which is pretty typical for outside this time of year. Don't see my cows out there, but they're out there somewhere. We're just loving the cows. There's my boys. Hello, cowboys. How are you? There he is. I'm gonna say, where's Woodrow? But he's over there. They're such good boys. I just love them. I finally broke down and I ordered a broad fork because I had a total failure on my sweet potatoes this last year. So we have no sweet potatoes, which I guess I don't even have a sweet potato to get slips this year. So I'm gonna have to I'll go get a couple organic sweet potatoes and I'll start slips. But I decided a broad fork was necessary, and it'll help with potatoes too. So I think we're moving more towards established beds, so keeping the same bed each year, and that means a broad fork will really help. The other thing we're going to do is we have a My chickens. We have a farm implement, something that goes behind the tractor that is, it's got discs on it that are an angle, and we're going to, and we don't really use it. It's a harrow. It's a disc harrow, but we're going to take most of the discs off and get it so the discs are 30 inches apart, and then use it as a bedder to increase the height of our beds to keep them separate from the aisles. So we'll work on that yet this winter, and see if that works for us. So that's about those chickens. They're loud today. That's about all that's going on. We're just, I don't know, we've, just getting through the holidays. We've actually spent a fair amount of time inside, but Pete's been over cutting cedar out, and it's looking pretty good. He's got, I don't know, a whole bunch of big burn piles to burn this spring. And we're starting to work on the new property. So for those that don't know, we bought an additional 21 acres, so our property is now 52 acres, which is kind of exciting. And so we can actually have more cows. We think we've come up with a scheme to rotate our cows through pastures, where the pastures will get a full year of rest, which would be really great. And I think we're talking about doing a chicken tractor around the garden this year, because trying to keep the hay out of the garden is very challenging. So we'll see. We're just, kind of making our plans for this year, figuring out what we want to do, what we want to change, what we want to keep the same. I'm going through seeds, and I've really gotten to that point where I know what varieties I like, I know what we eat. So maybe I'll do a little video going kind of what I'm going to plant this year, because I have mostly got it figured out, and it gets easier each year. So anyway, that's about all that's going on. Making lots of sourdough, and I know my sisters are making lots of sourdough, which is exciting. And I hope everyone had a lovely, happy New Year, and I will talk to you soon. Love y'all. Bye.